today in this video, we'll be seeing a few more techniques on how to calculate squares and also the techniques to calculate cubes quickly. After these techniques, you should be able to solve cubes and squares within 5 to 7 seconds. Yes, it is possible. There are a few Vedic maths tricks and techniques by which you can calculate squares and cubes very quickly. So let's start with the squares technique. We have discussed a few square techniques in the previous video. You can also have a look at that video. In this video, we are seeing some other techniques. So for the square technique, there are two cases here. Okay? First is, if they ask you any square from 31 to 75. If they want to ask you any square from 31 to 75, you are going to use the first method. There are two things here. One is called as the base and one is called as the comparison factor. One is called as the comparison factor. For all these numbers, for all the numbers from 31 to 75, the base is 25 and the comparison factor is 50. Okay? What are you supposed to do now? Let's understand. Suppose if I ask you, what is 46 square? What is 46 square? You're going to compare every number with respect to 50. Okay? So 46 is less than 50. My question is, how much less? 46 is 4 less than 50. Because my number is 4 less than 50, I'm going to subtract 4. You're going to subtract 4 from what? From the base. So it will be 25 minus 4, which will give you 21. Now these are the first two digits of 46 square. Okay? Difference kitna tha? The difference was 4. What is 4 square? 4 square is 16. So 16. So 2116 is your 46 square. Now let's take another example. Suppose if I ask you, what is 41 square? 41 is how much less than 50? 9 less. So you're going to subtract 9 from the base. The base is 25. Okay? What is 25 minus 9? 25 minus 9 is 60. Now these are the first two digits of 41 square. The gap was 9. What is 9 square? 9 square is 81. So this is 41 square. Let's take another example. Suppose if I ask you, what is 36 square? 36 is how much less than 50? It is 14 less. So you're going to subtract 14 from your base. So 25 minus 14 will give you 11. You have two spaces remaining. Now what is 14 square? 14 square is 196. So what will you do? 1 will get carried and you will have 96 here. So your answer will be 1296. This is how you calculate for 36 square. Now let's look at another example. Suppose if I ask you, what is 39 square? 39 is how much less than 50? It is 11 less. So you will subtract 11 from your base, which is 25. 25 minus 11 will give you 14 and you have two spaces remaining. What is 11 square? It is 121. So 1 will get carried and you will have 2 1. So your answer will be 1521. Okay, that is your answer. Suppose if I ask you, let's say what is 56 square? Now 56 is greater than 50. If your number is greater than 50, you will add instead of subtracting. That's the only difference. So 56 is 6 more. So you will add 6 to your base. So this will be 25 plus 6, which is 31. And 6 square is 36. So your answer becomes 3136. As simple as that. Let's say if I ask you, what is 62 square? 62 is how much more than 50? It is 12 more. So you will add 12 to your base, which is 25. 25 plus 12 will give you 37. You have two spaces remaining. Now 12 square is 144. So 1 will get carried, 4 4. So your answer will be 3844. So did you understand? Instead of subtracting, you will just add. The rest of the process remains the same. Let's take one more example. Suppose if I ask you, what is 72 square? 72 is how much more than 50? It is 22 more. So you will add 22 to 25. So this will become 47 and you have two spaces remaining. 22 square is 484. So 4 will get carried, 84. So your answer, these two digits will be as it is 84. 47 plus 4 will fetch you 51. So 5184 becomes your answer. Now that was the technique for all the numbers from 31 to 75. If you want to calculate any number beyond that, that is, let's say 76 onwards, preferably we go up to 130. You can go above 130 also, not a problem. Mind you, 130 के ऊपर भी possible है, but you should know the squares of 31, 32, 33 and so on. So if you know the squares, you can go above 130 also. But generally it is observed that in aptitude exams, you have to calculate squares up to 130. So that is the reason we keep it restricted till there. But you can definitely go beyond that. And for any 3-digit number, if you want to calculate squares, there are some other techniques also which have been discussed in the previous video. So you can have a look at that also. Now let's coming back to this. So for all these numbers, your base and comparison factor is different. For all these numbers, your comparison factor is 100. वहाँ पे 50 था, यहाँ पे 100 है. There the base was 25. Here the base is the number itself. It is the number itself. Now ये use कैसे करना है? Let's understand. Suppose if I ask you what is 96 square, you're going to compare every number with 100. So 96 is less than 100. कितना less है? 4 less है. So you're going to subtract 4. But you're going to subtract 4 from the base, but the base is the number itself. So my number is 96. ठीक है? 96 minus 4 will give you 92. What is 4 square? 4 square is 16. So 9216 is your 96 square. So you realize it hardly takes any time to calculate. Suppose if I ask you what is 99 square. Now 99 is 1 less than 100. So I'm going to subtract 1 from my base and my base is the number itself. So that will be 99 minus 1, which is 98. So these are the first two digits of 99 square. I have to fill two spaces. Gap कितना है? 1 का gap है. What is 1 square? It is 1 only. But you will write it as 01. So this is 99 square. Suppose if I ask you, what is 87 square? 87 is how much less than 100? It is 13 less than 100. So you will subtract 13 from the number itself. So it will become 70. So this will become 74 and you have two spaces remaining. Okay? 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. What is 13 square? 13 square is 169. So 1 will get carried, 69. So your answer becomes 7569. So it hardly takes any time. Okay. Now what if your number is more than 100? What if it is more than 100? देखो, 100 square. If I ask you what is 100 square, it is 10,000. It is a 5-digit number. So all the numbers above 100 have to be 5 digits strictly, at least. Okay, at least. Suppose if I ask you, what is 103 square? 103 is greater than 100. How much greater? 3 greater. So you will add, because it is greater than 100. You will add 3 to what? किसको add करोगे? To the base, which is the number itself. So my number is 103. So 103 plus 3 हो जाएगा 106. I have two spaces remaining because it has to be a 5-digit number. So 3 square will be 09. So 10609 becomes 103 square. If I ask you what is 107 square? 107 is 7 more. So you will add 7 to 107, so it will become 114. And 7 square is 49. So 11449 is your answer. Let's see a few more problems. Suppose if I ask you, what is triple one square? What is triple one square? Now triple one is 11 more. So you will add 11 to triple one. So it will become 122. Barabar? You have two spaces remaining. What is 11 square? 11 square is 121. So 1 will get carried to 1. So your answer will be 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. This is your triple one square. Now, suppose if I ask you what is 129 square? What is 129 square? Okay. 129 is 29 more. So you will add 29 to 129. So this will become 158. You have two spaces remaining. But you should know what is 29 square. 29 square is how much? 29 square is 841. So if I add the two, 4 1 will be as it is. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 will get carried. So 16641 is your 129 square. So this is how you can approach the problem. Now let's look at the concept of cubes. So from these techniques, you will be able to calculate the cubes of any two-digit number. Any two-digit number. Now let's look at the type 1. Type 1 is for numbers which start with 1. So for example, 1, 2, 12, 1, 3, 13, 1, 5, 15, 1, 7, 17. For all those numbers, if you have to calculate the cubes, how will you calculate? Let's say for example, if I ask you what is 12 cube. Okay, what is 12 cube? Adego, what will you do? You will write 1 and you will write 2. You will write it as it is. Now, what is 2 ka square? 2 ka square is 4. What is 2 ka cube? 2 ka cube is 8. Now what will I do? For the first and the last number, you're not going to do anything. You will not do anything. You will double the second number, you will double the third number. So 2 ka double will become 4, 4 ka double will become 8. Now we will add these numbers. So this will be 8, this will be 4 plus 8 which is 12, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7, and this one will be as it is. So 1728 becomes your answer. So let's take one more example. Suppose if I ask you what is 15 cube? 15 का cube कितना है? 1, 5 as it is लिखोगे. 5 के right में you will write 5 square. 5 square is 25. Then उसके बाद you will write 5 cube. Now what is 5 cube? 5 cube is 125. Middle two numbers को double करना है. तो 5 का double हो जाएगा 10, 25 का double will be 50. Now we will add these numbers. We will add. But you have to keep in mind, from every pair, from this pair, from this pair, from this pair, you are just going to take one digit. You're just going to take one digit. Meaning, this 5 will be taken down, 12 will be carried and it will be added here. Okay? So 12 plus 5 is 17. Plus 0, again 17. So 7 will be written here, 1 will be carried. 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1 is 8. Now you're not going to write 8 here, 8 nahi aayega. 8 will be carried here. You will carry 8. So this is 0, or rather you can write it as 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 8. 15 plus 8 is 23. 3 will get carried. Sorry, 3 will be written, 2 will get carried. 2 plus 1 will become 3. So 3375 becomes your 15 cube. Okay, let's take one more example. Suppose if I ask you what is 17 cube. Okay? You will write 1 and 7 as it is. 7 ka square will be 49 and 7 ka cube will be 343. 7 ko double karo, 14. 49 ko double karo, 98. Now we will add these numbers. Just be careful, okay? This 3 will be as it is. 34 will get carried. 34 will get carried. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? 49, 98 and this 34, let's add all of them. So this will be 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 9 will be 21. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 9 is what? 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 15 plus 3 is 18. So 1 will get added here and 18 will get carried. Now 14 and 18 will be 32. 32 plus 7 is 39. So 3 will get carried here. 3 plus 1 will give you a 4. So 4913 is your 17 cube. Now let's look at the next category. The next category is numbers ending with 1. Okay? What if a number ends with 1? Let's say 21, 31, 51, 71 and so on. And you have to calculate the cube of those numbers. So suppose if I ask you what is 21 cube? ठीक है? तो क्या करोगे? You will write 2 and 1 as it is. पहले हम क्या कर रहे थे? 2 का square, 2 का cube, we were writing at the right hand side. Now 2 का square, 2 का cube, we are going to write on the left hand side. That's the only difference. So 2 का square will be 4, ठीक है? And 2 का cube will be 8. अभी middle two numbers को double करो. So 4 will become 8, 2 will become 4. If I add the two, this will be 1, this will be 6, ये हो जाएगा 12, 1 carry, तो ये हो जाएगा 9. So 9261 becomes your 21 cube. So if you realize it hardly took any time. Let's say for example, if I ask you what is 51 cube, ठीक है? 51 cube. तो 5 and 1 will be written as it is. Just remember, 5 के left में हमको लिखना है. तो 5 के left में 5 square is 25 and 5 का cube is 125. Now if I double the two, 25 will become 50, 5 will become 10. If I just add these, this will be 1, 10 plus 5 is 15. तो 5 इधर आएगा, 1 carry हो जाएगा. 50 plus 25 is 75, plus 1 is 76. So 7 इधर add हो जाएगा. 125 plus 7 will give you 132. So this will be 132651. That is your 51 cube. I hope this clarifies your concept. Now let's look at the third category. The third category is the same digit numbers. Same digit में क्या होगा? Suppose if I ask you what is 22 cube. Before that, I'll explain you an understanding as to why are we doing this. देखो, what is a plus b the whole cube? A plus b the whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. This is the formula. So we are trying to incorporate this formula only here. There is nothing different. बस यही use कर रहे हैं. कैसे use कर रहे हैं देखो. First of all, your numbers are 2, 2. You're going to write the cube 4 times because 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to write the cube 4 times. So 2 cube is 8, 8, 8, 8. Middle number ka you will double. So this will become 16, this will become 16. Why? First is a cube, which is 2 cube. Last is b cube, which is 2 cube. Middle is what? A square b into 3. Okay? A square b into 3. So this is nothing but 3a square b. Correct? This is what? देखो, a square b. A is, so in this case a is 2, b is 2. So a square b will become 8. 8 3 times. तो इधर 8 1 time हो गया, इधर 8 2 times हो गया. So it becomes 8 3 times. Similarly, 3ab square. Your ab square will be 8. It should come 3 times. This is 8 once. This is 8 twice. So this is the logic behind doing this method. This is the formula which we are applying. Nothing else. We are just going to add. That's a normal process. 8 will be as it is. 16 and 8 is 24. 4 will be here. 2 will get carried. 24 plus 2 is 26. 2 will get carried. 8 and 2 is 10. So 10648 is 22 cube. Let's take one more example. Suppose if I ask you what is 77 cube. Okay? 7 cube लिखना पड़ेगा 4 times. So 7 cube is 343, 343, 343, 343. Middle two 343s का we will double. So it will become 686, 686. Now we will add them. So just be careful, okay? Just be careful. So suppose what happens is I'll take the last digit down, so it will be 3. 34 will get carried here. 34 will get carried. So if I add 343, 686 and 34. If I add all this, this will become 13. So this will be 12 plus 3, 15 plus 1, 16 and this will become 10. So what happens? 106 will get carried and 3 will be written. तो 3 इधर आ जाएगा, 106 कैरी हो जाएगा. ठीक है, 106 ऐड कर लेंगे. सो यू हैव 343, 686 and 106. So if I add all these, this will be 15, this will be 13, this will be 10 plus 1, 11. तो 5 लिखा जाएगा, 113 will be carried. So I'm going to write 5 here, 113 will get carried. Now if I add 113 to 343, I get 4, 5, 6. So your answer for 77 cube is 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 3. This is how you're going to approach this problem. Now let's look at the final category, which is any 2-digit number. So for any 2-digit number, you can use this method. What are we doing in this method basically? We are just using the formula for a plus b the whole cube, which is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. How do we do that? Suppose if I ask you what is 24 cube? So a is 2 and b is 4. So first will be 2 cube, which is 8, plus, we'll just calculate a square b. We'll just calculate a square b. So 2 ka square into 4. Then plus, or we'll just put a gap rather than writing plus, ab square. So a is 2, b square matlab 4 square. And the last is b cube. 4 cube is 64. Okay? So I'll write this as 8. 4 into 4 is 16. 8 into 2, 4 square is 16. 16 into 2 is 32. And this will be 64. Now middle two numbers ko double karo. So 16 will become 32. 32 will become 64. Now add these numbers. So 4 will be as it is. 6 will get carried. 64 plus 32 will give you 96. 96 plus 6 is 102. So you will write 2 here. 10 will get carried. 32 plus 16 is 48. 48 plus 10 is 58. 5 will get carried. 8 plus 5 becomes 13. So 13824 is your 24 cube. Okay? Now let's take one more sum so that you are completely clear. Suppose if I ask you, what is 52 cube? What is 52 cube? First, what will you do? 5 ka cube likhoge. 5 ka cube is 125. Then a square b. So that is 5 square into 2. Then a b square. So that is 5 into 2 square. And finally, you will write 2 cube, which is 8. So this will be 125. This will be 5 square 25, 2s are 50. This will be 2 square is 4, 4 5s are 20, and this is 8. 50 ko double karo, 100. 20 ko double karo, 40. Now if I add all these numbers, 8 will be as it is. 20 plus 40 is 60. So 0 idhar aayega, 6 carry ho jayega. 100 plus 50 plus 6 is 156. So 6 will be written here, 15 will get carried. 2 digits carry होगा, खाली एक ही digit लिखा जाएगा. 125 plus 15 is 140. So 140608 is your answer. I have seen certain squares and cube techniques in the video today. So all of these are your Vedic mathematics techniques. If you have certain queries, please mention them in the comment section. And if you want me to make videos on certain specific topics, also do mention that as well. And if you like the video, if you found it worth it, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.